Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today's the 30th of July 2024. Now the prices of Bitcoin on the global cryptocurrency market, guys, has marginally gone down. Now what is a bit crazy, guys, is the prices of Ethereum has actually pumped up, but the price of Bitcoin has gone down. Absolutely crazy, isn't it? Now in today's episode, guys, we have quite a lot to talk about. We are going to kickstart by discussing the US Security and Exchange Commission. They have approved a Grayscale Bitcoin mini trust, so I'll very briefly touch base on that. And I'll also go into touch base on how it actually impacts the existing users of Grayscale. So really important news, to be honest. Now all the way from Switzerland, guys, we do have some really interesting news. And the Swiss Financial Monetary Service Authority, also called as FINMA, they have proposed a new guidelines for stablecoin issuers. Now look, guys, so far as regulations are concerned, I do think that regulations are great as long as they protect investors, as long as they protect customers, and as long as they ensure that market manipulation does not occur, isn't it? So I'll definitely go ahead and discuss what the new proposal is. Now look, guys, I'm pretty much sure different countries all over the world, they will be going ahead and launching new regulations so far stablecoins is concerned as well. Now what I want to do, guys, as part of Blockchain DXB, I do want to have a standalone event discussing stablecoins, where we go ahead and talk everything regarding stablecoins. That is its history, how stablecoins work, do stablecoins follow the ethos of open blockchain, can stablecoins go ahead and freeze your account, and we'll also go ahead and discuss once central bank digital currency goes mainstream, what kind of an impact it will have on stablecoins and quite a lot of other. Now look, so far as cryptocurrency is concerned, there was a massive event that did actually take place last weekend, isn't it? And that was a Bitcoin conference in Nashville, and President Donald Trump definitely made quite a lot of news, isn't it? And one of the legislative council members from Hong Kong, guys, they have definitely taken on what President Donald Trump has actually said, and looks like Hong Kong also wants to have Bitcoin as a strategic reserve, so I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that. And finally, guys, we'll also go ahead and touch base on Qatar. Now historically, guys, Qatar has been a detractor for cryptocurrency, isn't it? But they are changing the stance regarding cryptocurrencies, and they are working on crypto regulations, so I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this. So quite a lot to cover, guys, in today's episode, and like we do in every Crypto and Coffee Date series, I'll be looking at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East, and both the news, guys, has to do with artificial intelligence. Now the first news, guys, has to do with Dubai Customs, Imports, Customs and Free Zone Corporation. They have launched Dubai Customs AI platform to boost innovation, and just a few weeks ago, guys, I talked about Dubai Customs. They were discussing about blockchain technology, isn't it? So it looks like Dubai Customs is definitely taking moves so far as new technology is concerned. To be honest, guys, that is definitely positive when government takes initiatives, isn't it? Now the second news, guys, has to do with artificial intelligence as well. And MBZ UAE, that is Mohammed bin Zayed University of Artificial Intelligence, they have opened up the 6-day executive AI program. So in today's episode, I'll definitely go ahead and give out more information regarding this. So quite a lot to cover, guys, in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Thank you to our sponsors for being part of the Blockchain DXB journey. Firstly, Advanced Media. Advanced Media, guys, is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well. And Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. They're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously. And they're focusing on 3 Ps. That is people, planet, and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. They also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE. So definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing, and hosting training workshops, seminars, and community events that educate, inform, and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one tech platform for tech,
It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race-Pace Podcast. So check out the Race-Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race-Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform and search for Rise in the Obstacle Course Race podcast. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below.
Now, guys, since you've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now, since the last 24 hours, guys, the numbers have marginally gone down. And if you look at the global cryptocurrency market, right now it is at $2.41 trillion. And since the last 24 hours, it is down by 0.21%. If you look at the total cryptocurrency market volume, guys, the volume has marginally pumped up, but the prices has gone down, which just means that people are either selling it or transferring the cryptocurrencies into stablecoins, isn't it? So we'll definitely go ahead and take a look at that. Now, if you look at the volume, guys, today it is at $78.17 billion. And since the last 24 hours, it is up by 20.56%. Now, if you look at the volume in DeFi, guys, it is pretty much the same. It is at $4.01 billion. Now, look, guys, it is extremely bizarre that no matter what happens in the cryptocurrency, NFT, or metaverse world, the volume in DeFi is exactly the same. This could only happen if there is some notorious activity going on. I really am not sure why the volume in DeFi is not pumping up. Now, prior to 2020, guys, on an average given day, the total volume in DeFi used to hover somewhere between 12 to 16%. Now, since the last 4 years, guys, the volume has actually gone down by almost 1/4. It should have been exactly the opposite. Because spot Bitcoin ETF is approved and because Ethereum ETF is approved, the volume in DeFi should have been quadrupled, isn't it? So something bizarre might be going on in the DeFi world, in my opinion. And DeFi, guys, as of today, is only accounting for 5.21% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. Now, look, guys, what I'd really recommend you to do is go to DeFiLlama.com and just look at these numbers yourself as well. Now, if you look at the total value locked, guys, it is below the $100 billion mark. It is at $99.01 billion. And later on, guys, I'll go ahead and discuss some interesting matrix that is published by CoinShares, and that is more to do with spot Ethereum trading. Now, so far as the total value lock dominance is concerned, guys, Lido is still dominating with $32.73 billion. Now, decentralized to centralized exchange dominance is at 19.21%. Now, let me quickly run through the volume of decentralized exchanges, because for the very first time, Radium has overtaken the volume of Uniswap, guys, and its volume is $1.37 billion. Now, Radium, guys, is a decentralized exchange that works only on Solana blockchain, isn't it? So could it be possible in the next coming months we will be seeing quite a lot of activities in Radium? I definitely do think so, guys, because there is a lot of partnership going on, particularly in meme coins and NFTs. So far Solana blockchain is concerned, isn't it? Now the number second, guys, is Uniswap, and its volume is below the $1 billion mark. It is only at $962.32 million. Now look, guys, since the last 4 years, only in few occasions the volume of Uniswap has been number second. As a matter of fact, guys, I can easily count it in one hand, and today is one of those instances. Now the third one, guys, is PancakeSwap, and its volume is $430.16 million. Orca's at number 4th, its volume is $367 million. And at number 5th, guys, is Dodo, and its volume is $256.62 million. Now let me quickly run through the volume of stablecoins, guys. Now mind you, guys, the volume of stablecoins has marginally pumped up since the last 24 hours, but because the prices have actually gone down, it just means that people are parking a lot of the cryptocurrencies onto stablecoins, isn't it? Now what I do feel, guys, is tomorrow, that is the 31st of July, is when Jerome Powell will be making a decision whether to increase the interest rate hike, keep it the same, or reduce it. And most likely in anticipation of this news, traders are going to wait, and then they will go ahead and try to manipulate the market, isn't it? So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the activity regarding stablecoins are mostly done by traders. Let me know, guys, if you agree to my assessment or not. Now if you look at the volume of stablecoins, guys, it is accounting for 89.79% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume, and out of the $71.05 billion, Tether USDT is accounting for $59.99 billion, followed by Circle USDC. Its volume is $6.25 billion, and FDUSD, guys, its volume is at number 3rd. Its volume is $4.48 billion. Now let me quickly run through the market cap, 24-hour trading volume and dominance between Bitcoin and Ethereum, because what has happened since the last 24 hours, guys, the market cap of Ethereum has actually pumped up, whereas the market cap of Bitcoin has actually gone down. Now Ethereum's market cap today, guys, is at $398 billion, whereas Bitcoin's market cap yesterday was at $1.34 trillion. Today it is down to $1.33 trillion. Now if you look at the 24-hour trading volume, guys, the 24-hour trading volume of Bitcoin and Ethereum both have increased. And as I mentioned earlier, guys, because the volume of stablecoins has increased, there is a very high possibility that after the announcement by Jerome Powell, the prices might be pumping up. Those are my honest assessment. Now if you look at the 24-hour trading volume of Bitcoin, guys, it is at $38.23 billion, whereas Ethereum is at $16.70 billion. Yesterday, guys, Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume was around the $11 billion mark, isn't it? Now if you look at the dominance of Bitcoin, guys, it is actually pumped up to 55.08%, and also Ethereum's dominance is marginally pumped up. Today it is at 16.50%. Now this week, guys, what I'm doing is I'm trying to look at different metrics that is connected to NFTs. Yesterday, guys, we looked at NFT marketplaces market share, isn't it? Today what I want to do is I want to run through the total lifetime earnings that includes minting as well as royalties. Now mind you, guys, I'm only looking at the top 5, but what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, go to defilama.com, and towards the left there are quite a lot of tabs that you can select. Make sure you go ahead and select NFTs, and under that, guys, you'll see different drop down boxes. Go ahead and select different metrics. Now let me quickly run through the top 5 NFT total lifetime earnings, and to be honest, guys, these numbers are not surprising at all, because Yuga Labs is leading the pack, and its total lifetime earnings including minting and royalties is $568.52 million. Azuki, guys, is at number 2nd, and its earnings $127.59 million. Now Gary V, guys, is at number 3rd, that is VFriends, and his lifetime earning is $122.18 million. The 4th one, guys, is CloneX, ex Takashi Mukurami, and the lifetime earning is $119.07 million. Finally, guys, at number 5th, it is Proof Collective at $100.52 million. Now look, guys, I'd really like to see a lot of musicians in this, isn't it? Because when you talk about NFTs, guys, and when you talk about royalties, this should be an area where musicians should be benefiting the most, isn't it? So let's see, guys, if the narrative builds up. Now what I want to do next, guys, is I want to run through the digital asset fund flow. Now mind you, guys, this information is actually published by the blog via CoinShares, and if I'm not mistaken, guys, CoinShares in turn takes this data from Bloomberg, but I believe they have a paid subscription from Bloomberg. What I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, go to CoinShares Medium blog, and they do provide quite a lot of useful information. Now let me quickly run through the digital asset fund flow, because what that report states is that digital asset products saw $245 million in flows last week, with Bitcoin itself contributing to $519 million, reaching $3.6 billion for the month. Now, so far as Ethereum ETF is concerned, guys, it launched with $2.2 billion in inflows, but the net outflows was $285 million, and that occurred due to incumbent selling. Now, so far as weekly trading volume is concerned, it says that the weekly trading volume hit $14.8 billion, which is the highest since May, and that was primarily due to Ethereum spot ETF activity based on the report. Now, so far as the total assets management is concerned, guys, what that report states is that it actually rose to almost $100 billion, $99.1 billion to be precise, with year-to-date inflows at a record of $20.5 billion. Now look, guys, I've also mentioned regarding US election, and according to the report, which I 100% agree, guys, is that Bitcoin's popularity is driven by the US elections, isn't it? Now look, guys, tomorrow Jerome Powell will be making a decision regarding the interest rate hike, and to be honest, guys, this is going to have a massive impact on US elections. So let's see what the announcement is, and I'll definitely be covering that in my Crypto and Coffee at 8 podcast that I will be releasing on the 1st of August. Because what happens, guys, is Jerome Powell tends to make the announcement at roughly around 10 p.m. Gulf Standard Time. So the following day, I'll definitely go ahead and cover it. Now, regarding the digital asset fund flow, guys, the report also states that Grayscale's mini trust ETF saw outflows of $1.5 billion. That was from its closed-end trust, similar to Bitcoin Trust outflows in January. Now, I'll definitely go ahead and give out more information regarding that. But before that, guys, let me quickly run through the price of the king of all kings. That is Bitcoin, because the prices have actually gone down since the last 24 hours. It is down by 1.26%, and the price of Bitcoin is at $67,369. And since the last 7 days, guys, it is down by 0.10%. Now, look, guys, after the announcement by Jerome Powell, I'm pretty much sure the prices is definitely going to be impacted. And this is how I look at it, guys. If, let's say, Jerome Powell decides to go ahead and increase the interest rate hike, the prices of Bitcoin will actually go down. Let's say if Jerome Powell decides to keep the interest rate the same, then there is a very high possibility that the prices of Bitcoin will pump up. And let's say, guys, if he does decide to go ahead and reduce it, then the price of Bitcoin will definitely further increase, isn't it? So it's going to be really interesting to see what his announcement is. Now, look, guys, it's really important to note, roughly around 3 weeks ago after the prior announcement, the officials from World Bank did go ahead and visit Jerome Powell and Janet Yellen, and they did go ahead and advise them to have stricter monetary policies. So keeping all these things in mind, guys, and also US elections coming up, I'm really curious to check what his response is. Now let's talk about the price of Ethereum, guys, because it has actually pumped up since the last 24 hours, and it is at $3,308. And since the last 24 hours, it is up by 0.95%. But since the last 7 days, guys, it is actually gone down by 4.60%, which is a bit bizarre, guys, because on the 23rd of July, spot Ethereum trading did actually go live, isn't it? So in an idealistic world, guys, the prices of Ethereum should have actually pumped up, but the cryptocurrency world is absolutely wicked and wild. Now, so far as the price of Binance BNB is concerned, it is at $577, but since the last 24 hours, it is down by 0.96%, and since the last 7 days, guys, it is down by 2.81%. Now, guys, let's go ahead and discuss some massive news. That is regarding the US Security and Exchange Commission going ahead and approving Grayscale Bitcoin Mini Trust, because now what's going to happen is the GBTC holders will see part of their holdings to be converted to the new fund, but the company explained that that is not expected to constitute a taxable event, so these are things you need to factor as well. Now, regarding the news, guys, the official link is in the show notes below. That is directly from the US Security and Exchange Commission website, and what that report states is that the US Security and Exchange Commission has approved the New York Stock Exchange ARCA's request to list shares of Grayscale Investment Bitcoin Mini Trust. So it's going to be really interesting to see, guys, what kind of an impact will it have on the prices of Bitcoin. Now, regarding this news, guys, Grayscale charges GBTC holders roughly around 1.5%, whereas BlackRock and others, they charge their holders 20 to 30 basis points this year. So it's going to be really interesting to see what the future of the Bitcoin Mini Trust is. Now, guys, let's go ahead and discuss massive news, and that is all the way from Switzerland. And Swiss Financial Market Supervisory Authority, that is FINMA, they have proposed new guidelines for stablecoin issuers. Now, what is interesting to note, guys, is that this proposal comes during a time where there are growing concerns over the potential impact of stablecoins on regulated institutions and the broader financial ecosystem. Now, in the show notes below, guys, there is an official PDF file that gives you detailed information regarding the new guidelines for stablecoins. So it touches base on legal classification of stablecoins, anti-money laundering regulations, bank law treatment, requirements for the default guarantee, reputational risk for banks, and also Federal Council report. So let me do one thing, guys. Let me go ahead and very briefly touch base on these points, because regarding the issuance of these guidelines, guys, this is an update to regulatory framework that was established back in 2019, and as stablecoin projects have become more prominent and several have been launched in Switzerland, FINMA's guidance aims to address the financial market law aspects that are relevant to stablecoin projects and the important and supervised institution. Now, regarding legal classification of stablecoins, guys, what the guideline actually states is that stablecoins aim to provide low volatility payment means by linking to underlying assets like national currencies, and stablecoin holders typically have a payment claim against issuers, classifying these claims as either deposits under banking law or as collective investment schemes, depending on asset management. And due to the payment function, guys, AML, that is anti-money laundering, often applies. So it's going to be really interesting to see how Tether actually reacts to this. Now, regarding anti-money laundering regulations, guys, the Financial Action Task Force, that is FATF, identifies stablecoins as having similar money laundering and terrorist financing risks as other cryptocurrencies, and due to price stability and store of value functions, stablecoins are attractive for criminal activities and sanction circumvention, and issuers are deemed financial intermediaries under AMLA, requiring verification and customer identification and beneficial owners to go ahead and mitigate money laundering risks. Now, so far as banking law treatment is concerned, what the proposed guideline states is that internationally stablecoin issuers must comply with national supervision, which is advised by Financial Stability Board or FSB, and accepting public deposits typically necessitate a banking license, with exceptions for funds guaranteed by a bank, that is default guarantee. And in Switzerland, guys, some stablecoin issuers use default guarantees to bypass the need for banking license, but still need to affiliate with the regulatory organizations. Now look, as me personally, I'm not a fan of stablecoin issuers, because according to me, they're literally replacing the role of a bank, isn't it? And this is exactly what the guideline actually states. Now, so far as requirements for default guarantees is concerned, guys, FINMA, that is Financial Market Supervisory Authority, establishes technology neutral requirements, and they do that to protect depositors in the event of stablecoin issuers' bankruptcy. These include customer claims against banks, coverage of all deposits, and ensuring quick access to default guarantees. However, guys, such guarantees do not provide the same protection level against a banking license, and regarding stablecoin holders, they lack deposit protection under banking law. These include customer claims against banks, coverage of all deposits, and ensuring quick access to default guarantees. However, guys, such guarantees do not provide the same protection level against a banking license, and stablecoin holders lack deposit protection against banking law. Now, so far as reputational risk for bank is concerned, what the guideline states, banks providing default guarantees face reputational risks if bank issuers breach AMLA obligations, and dishonest stablecoin issuers might assert claims against banks, increasing legal and reputational risks. Regarding Federal Council report, guys, the Federal Council's report highlights the need to review exceptions for default guarantees to ensure they provide adequate protection, and FINMA aims to address the risk associated with default guarantees in future discussions. Now look, so far as regulations are concerned, I definitely do feel they are right, particularly when you talk about stablecoin issuers, because look, stablecoins can definitely go ahead and freeze your account as well. Now look, what I want to do is somewhere in the month of August, I do want to have a live event where I talk everything regarding stablecoins. Now if you do want to go ahead and partner with me, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. I'd really like to do this session in partnership with, let's say, ADGM or Dubai Swara or Russell K. Maddow. So let me know, guys, if you do have any connections and if you do want to go ahead and sponsor this event. Now, guys, let's go ahead and touch base on some interesting news, and this is all the way from Hong Kong. Now, look, guys, President Donald Trump is definitely trying to make Bitcoin great again, isn't it? And in his speech at the Bitcoin Nashville conference, he did actually state that he does want to do something called as Bitcoin strategic power, that government-held Bitcoin won't be sold, and what he actually termed is something called a strategic national Bitcoin stockpile. Now, this move, guys, has definitely inspired people in Hong Kong as well. And Johnny Yang, who's a member of Hong Kong Legislative Council, did actually mention via Twitter or X the need for Hong Kong to discuss the feasibility and opportunity of including Bitcoin in financial reserves with the stakeholders. And what he's also going to be doing, guys, is he will be providing an update on this situation. Now, look, guys, what I'd really recommend you to do is, in the show notes below, I've gone ahead and put out a tweet, because the tweet discusses the importance of Bitcoin and Web3 in global development and innovation, and it specifically mentions President Donald Trump's speech at the US Bitcoin Summit and highlights Hong Kong's role in actively promoting technological and financial innovation. Now look, as what he actually mentioned in the tweet is that Bitcoin and Web3 are seen as milestone in globalization, with blockchain technology driving innovation in finance as well as real-world applications. And he also talked about global collaboration is encouraged to support blockchain development. Now, regarding Bitcoin, guys, he actually said the possibility of Bitcoin becoming part of official financial reserves is definitely worth considering as global acceptance grows and it is viewed as a digital currency. Now, we also said, guys, that Hong Kong should accelerate the development of Web3 ecosystem, leveraging its leadership in regulation and industry growth, and he's suggesting to build a robust ecosystem to attract global talent, capital, public chains, and cryptocurrency exchanges as well. And he also plans to discuss Bitcoin's inclusion in financial services with stakeholders in Hong Kong. So let's see, guys, what the outcome to this is. Now look, guys, this is the power of having politicians talking positive things regarding Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, isn't it? Definitely positive thing, not just for the US, but for the entire global cryptocurrency market as well. Now, guys, let me go ahead and touch base on some news regarding Qatar, because it looks like they are shifting their stance on cryptocurrencies, and Qatar, guys, is now working towards establishing a regulatory framework for digital assets, and the Qatar Financial Center Regulatory Authority, along with QFC Authority and QFCA, have proposed a digital asset framework to regulate investment tokens that are going to be backed by tangible assets. Now, the final legislation, guys, is expected in Q4 of 2024, and the QFC, guys, have also established a digital asset lab, and they want to encourage innovation in the financial and digital asset sector. Now, if you need more information, guys, it is actually published via Unlocked Media, and it is in the show notes below. So these were the news, guys, from the cryptocurrency blockchain world. Now let's look at two news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East, and both the news, guys, has to do with artificial intelligence. Now, the first news, guys, has to do with Dubai Customs and PCFC, guys, that is the Ports, Customs and Free Zone Corporation. They have launched Dubai Customs AI platform to boost innovation, and the platform, guys, aims to support small and medium-sized enterprises, and they want to create new job opportunities as well. And this platform provides developers with tools to build AI-powered systems for seamless customer experience. Now, this initiative, guys, aligns with Dubai government's strategic objective and Dubai economic agenda of D33, and His Excellency Sultan Ahmad bin Suleiman has emphasized the integration of AI technologies to enhance Dubai's digital city status. That the platform, guys, is designed to improve the commercial and logistics supply chain using modern technologies, and it focuses on digital data quality, usability, and governance to ensure efficient operations. And His Excellency Nasir Al Nayadi has highlighted the platform's role in supporting the economic and logistics ecosystem, and the Dubai Customs AI platform, guys, is part of Dubai's digital strategy to enhance data quality and maturity, and the platform, guys, aims to position Dubai as a major decision-making hub by converting data into social and economic value, and it also serves as an incubator for major AI companies, fostering technological innovations as well. And the platform, guys, encourages global companies to exchange ideas and align programs with other systems. So definitely positive news, isn't it? Because it is designed to attract companies from startups to global entities interested in AI technologies, and the platform, guys, supports collaboration and development of technological solutions in the AI field, and it aims to optimize supply and clearance operations, thereby reducing costs while ensuring security and efficiency. And entities, guys, lacking non-AI system capabilities can actually integrate tools and programs of the platform. And the platform, guys, supports the logistics sector with new programs focused on supply chain and risk analysis. Now, companies, guys, who are interested in participating can actually go to a website that is dubaicustoms.ai. Now, look, guys, I'd really recommend you guys to go ahead and check it out. And if you do have anything that you can contribute, you can definitely benefit by this news, isn't it? Definitely positive news, in my opinion. Now, the second news, guys, also has to do with artificial intelligence, and this is to do with MBZ UAE or MBZ UAE, that is Mohammed bin Zayed University of Artificial Intelligence. So let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this, guys, because they have opened up a 6-day executive AI program, and the program is known as MEPA, and it will take place in Abu Dhabi in October 2024. And applications, guys, are encouraged for over 30 local and international executives with a deadline in September. And the program will begin on October 20th with an orientation day, and on-campus lectures, site visits, and cultural and networking activities will occur from October 21st till the 25th of October 2024. And instructors include MBZI President, that is Eric Zing, and Michael Jordan from UC Berkeley. Other instructors, guys, are Peng Chang and Sami Haddadin, along with the note figures from top international institutions. Now, the curriculum, guys, includes UAE AI strategy, AI fundamentals, as well as industry case studies. And case studies, guys, cover topics such as robotics, manufacturing, and energy sector as well. And participants will experience how UAE-based entities adopt artificial intelligence and advanced technologies through the site visits and networking events, guys, will allow participants to connect with industry leaders and experts. And Sultan Alaji emphasized the program's academic rigor and access to global AI experts. Definitely beautiful stuff in my opinion. And look, guys, the program is aimed at executives and top management from various sectors, and participants will learn best practices in AI strategy and implementation. And the program offers insights into using AI responsibly. It concludes with business integration, enabling participants to apply their knowledge directly. Now, the program, guys, aims to enhance executive understanding of applications of AI in the organization. Now, look, guys, so far as artificial intelligence is concerned, I might have said this thing probably a zillion times. I wouldn't be surprised in the next decade or so if the Middle East turns out to be the leader. And it's great to see governments adopting artificial intelligence, and the use case is already live and active in most of the cases. So definitely positive news. So these were the news, guys, on the cryptocurrency, blockchain and artificial intelligence world from Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. And guys, please feel free to go and check out my website, that is www.blockchaindxb.com. It is packed with loads of information in the world of Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, Metaverse, stablecoins, and even artificial intelligence. Thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.